We're always on the go. Planes, cars, bikes, trains. But what about train stations? They're more than just stops. They're destinations, cathedrals of movement. Today, we're going on a global journey to explore these iconic hubs, their architecture, their stories, and their hidden secrets. Grab your ticket. Let's see where the journey begins. Casey Hamlin. First stop, the city that never sleeps. Let's go. New York. There's just no place quite like it. Right in the heart of Midtown, Grand Central Terminal isn't just a train station, it's like the city's living room. Step inside, and you'll be blown away by how big and beautiful it is. With its fancy Beaux Arts style, sunlight, marble, and history, this place is a living, breathing part of New York. It's a beautiful contradiction, always moving, yet it invites you to stop and take it all in. At the heart of Grand Central is the iconic four-faced opal clock, a legendary meeting spot and a symbol of New York. It's a monument within a monument, worth millions, and the magnetic center of the terminal. More than just a train station, Grand Central is a living monument to connection, ambition, and the city's tireless energy. When you arrive in London, St. Pancras International is often your first taste of the city's history. It's a Victorian Gothic masterpiece that looks more like a castle than a train station. Its red brick front, its towers, and arches are just breathtaking. In the 1960s, it almost got torn down, but luckily, passionate activists saved it. A real London miracle, kind of like how the Reichstag building in Berlin was rebuilt. Today, after a big makeover, it shines bright again, mixing old-world beauty with modern life. St. Pancras is a true gateway, leaving an unforgettable first impression. Behind the famous brick front, you step into St. Pancras and find yourself under the huge Barlow Shed, a marvel of engineering made of iron and glass. Built in 1868, it was the biggest unsupported building in the world, like a huge church of engineering and light. The glass and iron roof fills the space with natural light, even on cloudy days. You might think you're standing under a giant greenhouse, but for trains, here, history and the future meet. Modern trains glide under old Victorian beauty. It's a bit like a super-fast train going through a very old cathedral. Old meets new, and it just works. Right next to the station is the Midland Grand Hotel, a red brick Gothic masterpiece by Sir George Gilbert Scott. When it opened in 1873, it was the best example of Victorian luxury and new ideas. Fancy suites, a grand staircase, and rooms decorated with lots of gold made it a popular spot for important people. After many years of falling apart, it was beautifully fixed up and reopened as the St. Pancras Renaissance Hotel. Today, it stands as a true symbol of London. Do you think Grand Central Terminal is busy? or St. Pancras, then meet Paris's Gare du Nord, the undisputed queen of European rail travel. Over 700,000 people pass through it every day, connecting Paris to London, Brussels, Amsterdam, and beyond. It's like a living city, breathing within another city, a mix of old-world grandeur and modern engineering. The Gare du Nord isn't just a train station. It's the beating heart of European travel. The main hall of Gare du Nord is a masterpiece of engineering. It's like a cathedral made of iron and glass, feeling both grand and welcoming at the same time. Sunlight pours in, lighting up the tall space and the fancy cast-iron pillars. Hittorf's idea is still the heart of Gare du Nord. It's like a living museum of 19th century smart thinking that still inspires travelers today. Gare du Nord is more than just a train station. It's like the front door to Paris for millions of people. Right away, you can feel the city's energy here. Huge train platforms, people from all over the world, and a neighborhood buzzing with life. It's a place where everything comes together, where stories start and end, and where every arrival is an unforgettable welcome to the City of Lights. Welcome to Antwerp's Railway Cathedral, Antwerpen Centraal Station. Step inside and you're greeted by marble, gold leaf, and a grand dome. It's more than just a train station. It's a symbol of civic pride and big dreams. Over 100 years later, people still come, not just to travel, but to admire its amazing beauty. Antwerpen Centraal is like a trip through time. It starts in a fancy stone hall and then takes you to a huge space made of iron and glass. Here, old-fashioned beauty meets industrial strength, and underneath it all, modern engineering has built a multi-level station that has tripled its capacity but still kept its heart. It's a win for both keeping old things and making new progress. Antwerpen Centraal is more than just a train station. It's like a grand cathedral for trains, making you feel amazed and proud of the city. Every little detail, from the big main hall to the colorful tile art, is worth looking at closely. It's a place where the whole city gathers, a symbol of hope and a reminder that big buildings can be beautiful, magical, and truly unforgettable. Welcome to Helsinki, Finland, home of the iconic Central Railway Station. Unlike the fancy, often overly decorated train stations you might know from Germany, like Leipzig Central Station, this one stands out with its Finnish granite, solid, strong, and deeply connected to the local culture. Designed by Eliel Saarinen, it's a masterpiece of Art Nouveau, which in Finland took on its own special Nordic style. You could almost say it has the clean look of a Bauhaus building, but with the heart of Art Nouveau. Its striking shape and grand clock tower are unmistakable, truly unique to Finland, and a real landmark that fits perfectly into Helsinki's cityscape, much like the Berlin TV Tower in Berlin. Now, let's talk about the most famous feature of this station, the thing everyone takes pictures of, the two pairs of giant statues of men holding spherical lamps that stand on either side of the main entrance. They're known as the Lidinkantajat, or the lantern bearers. And they are impressive. They're these huge stoic figures, carved from the same granite as the station itself, and they have this stern, almost blank look. They're not classic, idealized figures. They feel modern, elemental, almost primitive. They're like ancient guardians, watching over the entrance to this temple of transportation. These statues were designed by the sculptor Emil Wikström, and they've become icons of Helsinki. They're so famous that they've been parodied and honored countless times. You'll see them wearing face masks during a pandemic or holding flags during a national celebration. They're a canvas for the city's humor and sense of identity. They're not just decorations, they're beloved characters in Helsinki's story. They give the station a personality. They're the silent guardians who have watched over 1 million travelers for over 100 years. They have a real power to them. They're muscular and solid, and the way they hold these big globes of light feels symbolic. They literally light the way for travelers, guiding them into the station. It's a beautiful metaphor for the role of the railway itself, a beacon of light and connection in the long, dark Finnish winters. The design is so simple, yet so effective. It's a perfect blend of sculpture and architecture, where the art isn't just placed on the building, but is an important part of its structure and meaning. Walking into the station between these giants is an experience in itself. It feels like you're passing through a ceremonial gate. It sets the tone for the whole building. It tells you this is a serious, important place, but it's not scary. They have a quiet strength, a feeling of reliability. They represent the Finnish character, or sisu, that idea of quiet determination, courage, and resilience. These statues are the embodiment of sisu in granite form, and they are the perfect guardians for this incredible national landmark. Once you pass those granite giants and step inside the station, that same design continues. Everything is about clear lines, curved ceilings, and a feeling of grand openness. The main ticket hall is a huge, arched room, again, kind of like the inside of a modern cathedral. The light fixtures, designed by Saarinen's company, are beautiful, custom-made works of art that fit the architecture perfectly. Everything feels thought out. There's no extra decoration, no mess. It's a space that's both beautiful and super efficient. This station is the heart of Finland's train system. It's where long-distance trains leave for cities all over the country. And it's also the center of Helsinki's local train system. It's a place of constant, organized movement. Unlike the crazy energy of Gare du Nord, Helsinki Central Station has a calmer, more organized feel. It's efficient, clean, and runs like clockwork. It's a reflection of the society it serves. It's a space designed to make your journey as smooth and stress-free as possible, something you really appreciate as a traveler. One of the coolest features is the Presidential Lounge. This is a private waiting room that was originally built for the Russian Emperor, because Finland was an independent Grand Duchy of Russia when the station was being planned. Today, it's reserved for the President of Finland and their official guests. It's a beautifully preserved space with furniture also designed by Saarinen, and it gives you a peek into the history and importance connected to the station. It's a reminder that it was always more than just a public building. It's a place of national importance. Helsinki Central Station is a perfect example of how architecture can shape a country's identity. It's a building that's deeply connected to its place. It was built with Finnish materials, designed by a Finnish architect, and it shows off the Finnish spirit. It's a statement of independence, of being modern, and of artistic vision. It's a station that's both a mighty structure and a perfectly working transportation hub. It's a timeless classic and a must-see for anyone who loves good design. It's a quiet giant strong and dependable, right in the heart of Helsinki. In Porto, the São Bento station isn't just a regular train stop, it's like an art gallery. Step inside and you'll be surrounded by amazing blue and white tiles called azulejos, which tell stories from Portugal's past. The light plays on these wall paintings, making the whole place feel magical. São Bento is a place you want to visit, not just pass through. The azulejos at São Bento aren't just pretty decorations, they're a carefully chosen history lesson. From royal arrivals to big battles and everyday life, each wall tells a part of Portugal's story. More than 20,000 hand-painted azulejos make history easy to see, amazing to remember, and beautifully lasting. It's art, pride, and memories made to last for hundreds of years. São Bento isn't just about the tiles. The station stands where an old monastery used to be, reborn as a beautiful building in the Beaux-Arts style. Its French-inspired outside looks very different from the colorful Portuguese tiles inside. Today, it's both a busy train station and a living museum. It shows us that beauty and usefulness can live together happily, making every trip special. So, buckle up, train fans. We're taking a trip to Mumbai, to a station that's way more than just a train station. The Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a Victorian masterpiece through and through. It looks like a Gothic cathedral from London, mixed with the architecture of Indian palaces. You might even think the Cologne Cathedral had a branch in Mumbai, but with a touch more exotic flair. The huge dome, topped with a Statue of Progress, naturally draws your eyes upwards. It's a real treat for the eyes, reminding you of the grand buildings of the Victorian era. When you stand in front of it, you can't help but feel amazed by this iconic landmark in Mumbai. It's like a work of art that reaches for the sky, for step inside CSMT, where history and modern Mumbai come together. The fancy Victorian buildings are buzzing with thousands of people. Travelers rush in like a river, showing the rhythm of a city that never stops. In all the busyness, there's beauty. Golden stars high up, sunlight streaming in, and a train station that is both a workhorse and a masterpiece. The Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus isn't just a local landmark. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized alongside icons like the Pyramids of Giza and the Great Wall of China. It's a living piece of history, an architectural masterpiece, and a symbol of Mumbai's strength and spirit. Preserved for future generations, CSMT stands as proof of the city's lasting power and lively identity. Right in the middle of futuristic Tokyo, there's a surprise, the red brick front of Tokyo Station, called the Marunouchi side. It looks like it belongs more in London or Amsterdam, not here. A classic building among glass towers, brought back to its 1914 glory after war and disaster. Today, it's a strong symbol of history, elegance, and Tokyo's respect for its past. But this old-style front is only part of the story. because Tokyo Station is like a perfect picture of Tokyo itself. A deep respect for old ways on the outside, with an amazing world of super modern things buzzing right underneath. Once you step past the red brick front, you enter a totally different world. It's a huge, sprawling city underground, a maze of tunnels, walkways, shopping centers, and restaurants. It's not just a train station, it's a place to visit. You could spend a whole day here without seeing a train or the sky. This is where the station's role as a major hub for the Shinkansen, the bullet train, becomes clear. The train platforms are underground, sleek, and futuristic. Watching a Shinkansen silently glide into the station is like something out of a science fiction movie. These trains are a symbol of Japan's efficiency and smart technology, and this station is their main artery. The difference between the old-world charm of the Marunouchi building above ground and the high-tech world of the Shinkansen below is just incredible. It's two different centuries living in the same place, working together perfectly, and the complexity of the underground network is hard to fully understand. Multiple train lines from different companies all meet here. There are underground streets like Kitchen Street and Ramen Street, completely dedicated to food. There's Character Street, full of shops selling toys and items from every popular anime and manga you can think of. It's a maze, but a wonderfully organized one. It's designed to be a key part of the Tokyo experience, where your daily commute can also include fancy meals and souvenir shopping without ever leaving the station area. This double nature is what makes Tokyo Station so interesting. It's a place with huge historical importance, and at the same time, a great example of modern city planning. It meets the needs of millions of daily commuters and long-distance travelers with amazing efficiency, while also offering this rich, layered experience. You can admire centuries-old architecture, and then, 50 feet away, eat at a super modern sushi restaurant before hopping on a train going 200 miles an hour. It's a place that perfectly captures what modern Japan is all about. Tokyo Station's location isn't just by chance. It was purposefully built directly across from the Imperial Palace, the main home of Japan's emperor. The main Marunouchi entrance looks down a long, straight road that leads right to the palace grounds. This was no accident. The station was designed to be Tokyo's official gateway, the grand entrance through which important people and visitors would arrive before being greeted by the emperor. Its design and location are filled with this sense of importance and national meaning. It's the main door to the nation's capital. This connection to the imperial family is still a very important part of the station's identity. When the emperor travels by train, he uses a special private entrance at Tokyo Station. It's a reminder of the station's unique status. It's not just another public transportation hub. It has a ceremonial role that makes it different from any other station in Japan. You can feel this seriousness when you stand in the plaza outside the Marunouchi building and look down that wide road towards the palace, which you can't quite see. You're standing on historically important ground. The restoration in 2012 wasn't just about making it look pretty. It was also about getting this landmark ready for the future. A huge, super modern earthquake protection system was put in place under the historic building. Basically, the whole red brick structure now sits on giant rubber pads and sliders, which can absorb the energy of an earthquake, allowing the building to move without being destroyed. It's an incredible feat of engineering, hiding 21st century survival technology under a perfect 20th century facade. They didn't just restore the past, they made sure it has a very long future. So when you look at Tokyo Station, you're seeing a building that tells a whole story. It tells the story of Japan opening up to the world in the Meiji era, the destruction of war, the strength of rebuilding after the war, the rise of the Shinkansen, and the modern nation's promise to keep its history alive while pushing the limits of technology. It's a station, yes, but it's also a time capsule, a survivor, and a stunningly beautiful piece of architecture that serves as the heart of one of the world's greatest cities. Tokyo Station is beautiful, but Shinjuku Station is a whole different story. It's like a city within a city, chaotic, lively, and always moving. More than 3.5 million people pass through it every single day. It's a river of people, organized chaos, purposeful movement, and endless energy. The sounds, the crowds, the sheer size. This is the real Tokyo, always on the go. Overwhelming, fascinating, unforgettable. Shinjuku Station is a huge maze with over 200 exits, connecting shopping malls, department stores, and office buildings. It's easy to get lost, but somehow everything just works. Trains arrive on time, crowds flow smoothly, and the chaos is managed with invisible precision. It's not just a train station. It's the heart of a bustling neighborhood. Shinjuku Station holds the Guinness World Record for being the busiest station in the world. Over 3.5 million people pass through it every day, a never-ending but amazingly organized flow of people. You might almost think it's a well-oiled machine, like you'd expect from German engineering, but with Japanese perfection. Despite the huge crowds, there's a feeling of order and respect here that's uniquely Japanese. It's almost like a German folk festival. Lots of people, but everyone knows their place and the rules. Shinjuku is the beating heart of Tokyo's transportation, a masterpiece of infrastructure and human engineering. You could compare it to Berlin's Central Station, but on steroids. If you survive that, you've really felt the pulse of modern Tokyo. It's an experience you won't forget, like driving on the highway with no speed limit, but in an orderly fashion. Deep in the Pyrenees Mountains, Canfranc Station sits like a giant spooky palace in the middle of nowhere. It was built to be as grand as the biggest train stations in Europe, a symbol of big dreams and countries working together. But after many years of falling apart, it's now a ghost station known as the Titanic of the Mountains. It echoes with dreams that never came true. This station isn't just about fading glory, it's soaked in history, a real, dramatic World War II story. During the war, this place was a real hotbed of spying. Franco's Spain was officially neutral, but the station was controlled by the Nazis on the French side and the Spanish on the Spanish side. It became a critical border crossing. Shot down Allied pilots over France were secretly brought here to Spain and Portugal to safety. It was a lifeline for the French resistance. Imagine the tension, the secret exchanges that happened on these platforms. At the same time, it was a channel for something much darker. The Nazis used the station to transport tons of gold, plundered from all over Europe, to Spain and Portugal to pay for vital resources like tungsten, which they needed for their war machine. They say hundreds of tons of Nazi gold passed through this station. A chilling thought. This beautiful building, a symbol of peace and cooperation, became a silent witness to the horrors of war and the deals that kept it going. The walls here have seen things we can barely imagine. The design of the station itself tells a story of its dual purpose. It's perfectly symmetrical, with a French side and a Spanish side. Because the track gauges were different in each country, the station had to have extensive facilities to transfer passengers and goods from one train to another. It had a hotel, a casino, a customs office, and its own hospital. It was designed to be a self-sufficient town, a bubble of international territory high in the mountains. This complex design made it the perfect place for spies and smugglers to operate in the shadows. For years after it closed, the station was a playground for urban explorers and photographers. They would sneak in to capture the eerie beauty, the dust-covered ticket counters, the grand ballroom with its peeling wallpaper. It was a time capsule. But recently, things have changed. The regional government has started a huge restoration project. They're turning the main building into a luxury hotel, keeping its historic look and breathing new life into it. For some, it's a controversial decision, but it's saving this amazing building from falling apart. So, what's happening now? The ghost is coming back to life. The main hall is being turned into a 5-star hotel, which is a huge job. They are carefully fixing every little thing, from the fancy wood designs to the tall ceilings. The goal is to bring back the fancy look of the 1920s, so people can enjoy the luxury that was first planned for this place. You can sleep in a room that has the same mountain view that spies and kings once saw. It's an amazing mix of history and modern fancy living. But it's not just about the hotel. The bigger dream is still alive: to open the train line again. There's a lot of support from both local towns and governments to fix the tracks on the French side and bring back the international connection. The Spanish part of the line has already been fixed, and tourist trains now go to the station. The hope is that soon you'll be able to get on a train in Pau, France, and ride through the Somport Tunnel to reach this grand station, just as it was first planned. Visiting it today is a strange and wonderful experience. You see the fixed, shiny, new parts next to the parts that are still worn out and old. You can walk on the platforms and see the rusty tracks that still don't go anywhere. You can feel the weight of history all around you. It's a place that's changing, caught between its abandoned past and its hopeful future. It's a powerful reminder that even places that seem lost and forgotten can get a second chance. Canfranc Station is a story of big dreams, falling short, and making things right. It's a lesson about the power of dreams, even if they don't quite go as planned. It's not the busiest station, and it's not the most famous, but it might be the one with the most interesting story. It's a place that really draws you in. The Titanic of the mountains didn't sink, it just waited patiently in its mountain harbor for a new journey to begin. And it looks like that journey is finally starting. And that's all for now. From the heart of New York City to a forgotten palace in the Spanish mountains, we've seen that a train station is never just a building. It's a gateway, a time capsule, a meeting point, a living museum. This is where journeys begin and end, where millions of individual stories come together to tell the story of a city or even a nation. These places are so much more than just steel and stone. They are full of life, history, and incredible energy. I hope this trip has made you want to look a little closer the next time you pass by a train station. Every station has a story to tell, and we've only just scratched the surface. There are thousands more out there, each with its own special feel and secrets. Which one is your favorite? Which station holds a special memory for you? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to hear about it. The work is the only thing that matters, and exploring these places, sharing these stories with you, that's the real work for me. It's about getting out there, seeing the world, and finding the amazing details that are hiding right in front of our eyes. So, go out there. Go on adventures. Your local train station could be the start of your next big story. You never know what you'll find if you just buy a ticket and go. The world is full of these incredible places, and the best way to experience them is to just show up, do more, be more, and always stay curious. It's been a joy to share this journey with you. We've covered a lot of ground, and I'm already thinking about where we're going next. The list is long, and the world is huge. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel more than you think and allows me to keep making these videos, to keep doing the work. If you want to support the channel directly, you'll find the links below. And if you have an idea for a future video or just want to say hello, you'll find my contact info there as well. Until next time, stay curious, and we'll see you on the next adventure.